Okay, so this is a Jaguar XK 2008. I've owned it from new, and we had a recent cold snap, and I put the car in the garage for a couple of weeks rather than take it out on the ice and snow, and when I got back to it, the battery was completely flat. So first of all, what a pain in the arse that was, because I had to break into the car and to reboot the jump leads and put the jump leads on and reboot the thing. The first thing you have to do is obviously ping this off from under here. That gives you access to the key, and that will open up the actual car itself. That's fine. Let's stick that back in. But to open the boot, that was a little bit more tricky, especially as my number plate is stuck on rather than screwed on, which actually was a pain. So what I had to do was peel back the number plate, and if you can just see in there, there is a boot key in there behind the number plate. So now I've got to just sort of like just put a little bit more sticky back on those, if you can actually see that. Quite bright. Anyway, so there's that. Now then, I went out and I bought myself a new battery, and so just coming to install it, and I've read a couple of bits and pieces on the internet about resetting the electrics and doing it carefully, otherwise you can throw up all sorts of errors. But because my old battery was dead, it already was causing all sorts of problems. If you can see through to the front there, don't know whether you can see that in this thing, but the Jaguar screen at the front, sometimes when I turn the ignition on, won't go beyond the Jaguar screen. I know I can't get the touch screen to work. Sometimes when I turn the ignition on, the power steering isn't working, so it's all heavy. I've realised that the passenger door window on the left hand side is not auto upping on the second click as it normally does, so it's bringing up various errors, and sometimes you can turn the engine off and turn it on, and turn it off and turn it on, and it resets. It hasn't done that with the window. It will do that with the radio, it does do that with the power steering, but because it's bringing up all these errors, the safest thing to do is just to swap out the battery and be done with it. Let's get it out of there for the time being. Right, so on an XK, obviously the battery is in the boot compartment. It's quite simple to get to when you know where it is. I remember the first time I ever went looking for it, it took about 20 minutes trying to explore the engine compartment to see where the heck it had got to. Put this down over there. Spare tyre, never been used, complete kit, lovely, lovely. And then all you do is unscrew these 4 retainers here. And this panel will pull away. Just like that, revealing the battery. Pop that over there. Big old battery. Quite a clean compartment. Okay. So what we're going to do is disconnect the battery. Let's get that done. Right, battery disconnected. Just have to undo these down here. Still can't get the ratchet on that nicely. It would be nice to get a ratchet on there. Pull that mount back. Come on, there's no more than that. Don't be a pleb. That, I think, should be it. Now they're bloody heavy, and the main problem is is actually having the strength to actually lift it over, and I am an old bastard, so just get rid of that out of there. So on these as well, you have a battery vent. So, fucking hell, I've got another thing there as well on that side to keep it down. Forgot about that one. Right. That's definitely loose enough, right. Right, you've got a battery vent on this that you need to actually take out of there. Let's keep that up there nicely. Let's pop it up through there for the time being. That should keep that pointing the right way. It's just snagged on that. Yeah, fuck for that. Straight in with the new. Okay, let's get that vent back in. Let's push it in there. I don't think there's no bungs in there that I can see. There was a bung, a blank one on the side of this one. I just swap that one out and put that one in there. That's now identical to the way it was. That's now in. Let's get this back on. Okay, let's screw it back in. Before you tighten that up, push that back over. That is where that was. That couldn't be any different. Tighten those back up afterwards, I think. Let's get that on there. That's all in. we'll just give these a couple more turns to make sure they're nice and tight. That's it. Right, let's get that plug off. Good. And that's on. That's all. That's it. That's connected. That's connected as it was. Plugs are in. That's in. That's tight in there. That should be it.